Hey, love, welcome back. Have I got a good episode for us today? It stirred me even while I was recording it, and I believe it will stir something in you too. I even got moved a couple of times as I was sharing my message to you about you coming out of hiding and being the fullest expression of who you really are in your business. I believe you will love it and that it may change a lot for you. And before we dive into today's episode, I want to share something really important with you, especially if you've been listening for a while and thinking, I know I can't keep doing all of this by myself. In just 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, I'm hosting something very special in New York City. It's called the Freedom Framework event, and it is an intimate 2 day, highly curated, small live experience just for 6 and 7 figure women entrepreneurs who are ready to stop out of the weeds of their business and into their CEO role with more time off, more spaciousness, and more income. This isn't a giant conference. This is cozy, it's intentional, it's personal, and we will roll up our sleeves together. You will map out exactly what needs to change in your business so you can finally get the support, the systems, the structure that you need to scale to 7 figures with 14 weeks of vacation a year. I'm sharing this because if you're done carrying the whole business on your back, and if you secretly fantasize about taking real time off while making really good money, and you want to raise your prices or build a team that you can trust who really supports you, if you are ready to get your life back while growing your business with more ease, this is the last chance to join us. Like I said, it's less than 2 weeks away, and I would love for you to join us. So if you are curious about this and you want to talk to me for 5, 10, 15 minutes to see if you are a fit for this incredible event, you can go to boldheart.com/FFE. I've also put this link in the show notes. It'll give you all the details, and then you can apply to talk to me. And let's see if you are meant to be in that room. There are just a couple of seats left, which is why I'm bringing it up today for the last time. Okay? Deep breath. Now let's get into today's episode. I hope you love it. Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to the Fabienne Show. Today's episode is a wake-up call, and I already feel the tears coming up because I believe this is such a massively important message for us women in business. And if you've had that nagging feeling that your message sounds a little bit like everyone else's, if you have been second guessing what to say, how to say it, when to say it, if you are holding back from posting, from emailing, from showing up fully online in your client sessions, just out in the world, this one is for you. Because I really want you to hear this. Your voice is the strategy. So many times women come to me and they're like, what's my funnel strategy? And what's my, fancy internet-y, market-y strategy? And yes, I give them that. But your voice is actually the strategy. Your authenticity, the real you, your real message. And the thing that's not working is the hiding, the watering it down, the editing that message to death and overthinking it. All of that is what's costing you clients. It's what's costing you visibility and growth and scaling your business and that confidence where you could speak about your thing for hours, and it's costing you money. So let's talk about how to stop hiding and start magnetizing with your real authentic voice, because playing small is costing you clients. I talk to women literally every week who are wondering why their marketing isn't landing. And they say things like, Fabienne, I'm trying everything. I've got the webinars. I'm following all these formulas. I've got Instagram and Facebook Lives and I'm doing things on LinkedIn, but somehow my message is just not resonating. Fabienne, why aren't people engaging the way they used to? And so when I go and I look at their content, I can feel it. There's something missing. That spark is missing. The message feels kind of safe, kind of cautious, a bit neutral. There's not really an edge or the heart and the soul and the authenticity and the resonance of what they say when the camera is not on. And it's not because the message is boring. It's because they're hiding. And maybe that's happening with you too. If you're wondering why people aren't coming to you in greater numbers, even though you're so good at what you do when you're working with your clients, it's probably, dear sister, because you're playing small. And it's costing you more than you realize. Because here's the truth. When you filter your message too much, you start to blend in. And when you blend in, you become kind of meh, like forgettable. And I know this is hard to hear because I know that's probably your nervous system protecting you, but no matter how good your offer is, visibility without authenticity will not create conversions. It won't build trust, and it definitely will not make you magnetic to your ideal clients. And so if you feel like you're working so hard to get attention online or in conversations with people or in closing of the sale situations, it probably is because your message is watered down. And if it feels watered down, it's because you're not showing up fully. So I want to ask you something, and I want you to really be honest with yourself here. When was the last time that you said exactly what you wanted to say? Not the super polished version, not the version that would make you likable or make your message palatable, not the one that you thought would give you likes or shares or applause, but your real message, the one that stirs your soul, that the raw message within you, the fiery one, the one that you're scared to put out there, the one that makes your heart beat faster. I find myself when I'm talking to people and I still catch the old part of me say, "Ooh, I don't know if I can say that. That's too controversial." And then I just say, "Guys, can I just say what I really want to say?" And everybody in the room, whether it's a Zoom room or an in-person room, they say, "Yes, please, Fabienne, tell us what you really want to say." And that's the message that I want you to share. The one that you almost posted, but then you saved in your drafts. The one that felt like it was too much. You know, that message, that is the one that we need to hear from you. That's the one that we're waiting from you. Because if your voice feels watered down, we are waiting for the real juice to come from you. And if your content feels as like it's coming from somebody else, it just probably could have. But your dream clients, they're not looking for somebody else. I have this belief that clients are spiritually contracted to work with me, to work with you. I believe in that. And they're looking for your real, unfiltered, grounded in your truth, in your gut, in your heart message. And I have long learned that the more I put that message out there, the more I magnetize people. That's probably happened with you too, but we've been taught that it's unsafe, especially as women, to be not only visible, but visible with a pretty soul-stirring or controversial or passionate language. I want you to remember something. The more you reveal of your true message, the more you're going to pull in the people who are spiritually contracted to work with you, whether you believe that part or not. Why? Because truth is magnetic. I don't know which part of the brain fires up when you hear somebody speak their truth, but that's what I'm talking about. That conviction, that passion, that is what's magnetic. When you speak from your full self, not just like that overly professional part of you, people feel that. I know you feel it when you hear it from somebody else. When you speak your truth with passion, with heart, with abandon, that's when people connect with you. They lean in a little closer. They trust you more, not because you followed some perfect launch strategy or you posted at the right time, the right hour, the right frequency, but because you sounded like yourself. Think about the people that you follow online. Think about the people you buy from. Is it because they're always perfect and shiny and polished? Or is it because they're real? Is it because they stir something in your soul? There is resonance. There's something there that you can't even pinpoint, but you're like, they're my person. She's my person. It's probably because they say what you've been thinking. They've entered the conversation in your head. They're speaking your truth and they make you feel seen because they're brave enough to say what no one else is saying. And that's the kind of voice that cuts through the noise, dear sister. That's the kind of voice that gets paid. That's the kind of voice you already have, but you just need to use it. And whether you need your own permission to use it, you need my permission to use it, it is time. This is the strategy. So look, I teach strategy all day long inside my programs. One part of Bold Heart is all about the strategy. The other part is all about the community. But the third part, it's about mindset. It's about authenticity. It's about nervous system regulation. Why? Because it's not just the strategy. You need to feel okay speaking your real truth. Because strategy is empty without authentic voice. And your voice isn't just the tone or your word choice. It is about your inner truth, your calling. One of the quotes I'm most famous for, that's been going around the world for years and shared in memes, is the following. The things you are passionate about are not random. They are your calling. And it's the same thing with your voice. The things you're passionate about are not random. They are your truth, your perspective, your lived experience. It's what you really think and believe. It's the stories that you're scared to share, the rants that you hold back, the unpopular opinion that you whisper to your friends and catch yourself saying, well, I would never say this publicly, but, and that you don't necessarily share with your audience. Those are your secret weapon. I believe that that message is given to you divinely and it's meant to be heard. So let me say it again because I think you really need to hear it. Your voice is the way. And if you don't use it and you keep hiding and you keep censoring it and editing yourself, you will work 10 times harder for half the results. But when you own your voice and when you speak with your courage and clarity and conviction, and when you stop hiding what you really want to say, you become unmissable. And unmissable women do not ever have to chase clients. Clients chase them. So how do you start showing up in your full voice? What do you have to do this? Well, let me give you 3 things to start practicing this week. Number 1, stop editing yourself into obscurity. Say the thing you want to say. Post the post you're scared to post. Let it be imperfect, but let it be real. Number 2, tell the truth louder. Say what you really believe about your industry, about your work, about your people. Even if it is polarizing, that's actually good for marketing, especially if it's polarizing. Now, maybe you're like me and you don't want to be the person who rants, but just go into your heart and say the thing that's unpopular in your way. And then, number 3, share the story that shaped you. That thing that feels too personal, that experience that you thought didn't matter or you would never share with someone. That's what builds connection. This is what I've realized in all this time of all the videos I've ever posted and the things that I've written in my 2 books including Embrace Your Magnificence, where I share some really, really personal stuff. That is what people have said to me over the years is what makes me relatable. Everyone who's come to me when I say, why did you choose me over the thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of business coaches that are out there? They say, oh, Fabienne, it's clear. It's your authenticity. You're the real deal. I feel safe with you because I can relate to you. And it's that relatability, dear sister, that your clients are looking for from you. Being relatable sells. And if you're thinking, Fabienne, this is really hard for me. I have been hiding for so long. I'm not even sure I know what my real voice anymore. I just want you to know that that is okay. This is normal. Okay. We have been taught as women that it is not safe to speak up, but that's okay. And that's why getting support and mentorship and being in a community of other women who are looking to grow and use their voice, it matters. Community and mentorship matters. And this is not about fixing you. This is about you showing up as your full self. And if you need help doing that, just know that I am here for you. And that is one of the ways we're going to scale your business to 7 figures and beyond without it being so difficult. This is your point of differentiation. I teach that in my book called The Leveraged Business. Leverage your differentiation by leveraging your authentic voice. This is about you coming back to the truth of who you are as a woman and as a business owner. And this is what will help you build a business that's a true expression of your soul, not through performance and tactics as much as authenticity and divine truth. And so let me ask you one last time, what are you hiding? What truth wants to be spoken through you? What version of you have we not seen yet, but we're desperately looking for? Let her speak. We want to hear her, please. That's all we want. And that's what all your clients are waiting for. That unique self, that unique voice, that unique message, that unique experience that is only yours. And if you're ready to stop hiding and finally be seen for who you really are, if you want to grow your business not by doing more, but by being more of yourself, which means more ease, more of a natural feel, then maybe you and I should talk. I would love to invite you to book a get acquainted call with me. You can go to boldheart.com. Just you and me. I want to hear deeply what you're doing in your business, how it's going, where you're feeling stuck. And I will help you map out a plan to move forward and scale your business to 7 figures, multiple 7 figures in a way that feels aligned. And if you're curious about what it's like to be in my program, I will share with you how we can work together in Bold Heart. But I just want to leave you with this. You don't need to sound like anyone else to succeed. In fact, it's the opposite. You just need to sound like you. And I am here to cheer you on. And I am here to walk the path with you. All right? I'm sending you so much love.